Hello folks, this is Shiraz. Welcome to our channel, runningcompany.in. It's all about running. Today I'm going to demonstrate the top exercises that I always include and that will help you to fix the pelvic tilt. So before starting the main frame of exercise, it's always best to begin with stretches. The first stretch that we are doing is Virabhadra Asana. Hold a stretch for 10 seconds. You will feel the stretch on your calves, on your hamstring, on your glute and on your back. Repeat that with both the legs. Make sure you're holding the stretch at least for 10 seconds. The second stretch is the hip and hamstring stretch. All you need to do is get down on one knee with the other leg exactly in right angle. Pull yourself gently behind. You can take support of your hand and make sure you come back to the starting position immediately. Do the stretch on both the sides. It's a dynamic stretch, so there is no need to hold. But if you want to, as you pull back, you can be there for 1 or 2 seconds and then get back to the starting position. Do the stretch at least 10 times each side. This exercise is known as hip stretch, very useful for anterior pelvic tilt. All you need to do is lie down on the bench. Make sure your coccyx bone, that is tailbone, is at the edge of the bench. Raise one leg and hold it near your chest, and with the other leg start the hip stretch by pulling it towards your chest and pushing it towards the ground. Do this at least 10 to 15 repetitions with both the legs. Next exercise is also for the anterior pelvic tilt. All you need to do is lie down on the bench. Make sure your upper back and the neck is totally supported. This exercise is known as hip march. All you need to do is pull your hip slightly upwards, and you just need to mimic the marching position as if you are marching on the ground. So lift one leg and then place it on the ground to the starting position. Alternate with the right and left leg. Do it at least 20 counts, 2 to 3 sets. This exercise is really very helpful for posterior pelvic tilt. To do this exercise, you need to lie down on your back. Place your foot or press your foot against the wall. Lift your hips and back gently and get back to the starting position, but slowly make sure you release each and every vertebra slowly and it comes very slowly in contact with the floor. Do this at least 8 to 10 times and 3 sets. The next exercise is known as hip hinge. It's excellent exercise if you have a posterior pelvic tilt. All you need is a power band. I'm using the green one. Make sure to strap the band against the pole or the equipment, and the next end should be on the pelvic bone or near the waistline. Get into the kneel down position. Now all you need to do is put your hips down. Try to sit down, but before your hip or the butt touches the heel, pull back and get into the kneel down position. Try and do at least 15 to 20 repetitions of 3 sets. This exercise is known as pelvic tilt or pelvic lifts, and it's extremely beneficial if you have a lateral pelvic tilt. So depends on which side your hips are tilted. So for example, in this case, if you have a right side tilt, your right leg should be in the air and the other leg will be on the elevated surface. In this case, I am using Reebok step board. All you need to do is engage your core muscle, try and dip down and pull your leg back again into the starting position. Make sure your core is all the time engaged when you're doing this exercise, and also try and keep your glutes contracted. Do this at least 10 repetitions, 3 sets. Especially do it on the side where you find either the left or right where your hip is tilted. This exercise is extremely important. It is also known as hip realignment, and you can use this if you have a lateral pelvic tilt. All you need to do is lie down on your back and put your heels against the wall. Now you lift the leg the same side of the hip that is tilted. All you need to do is lift your leg and then press it with both the hands against the wall for 10 seconds. And while you do that, make sure you also press the hip of the same side and hold it for 10 seconds. Do at least 10 to 12 repetitions, 3 sets. Hope you like the exercises that I have demonstrated in today's video, and you will involve in your daily regime, which will not only help you to fix the pelvic tilt but also prevent injury and enhance the running performance. Until then, this is Shiraz signing off from runningcompany.in. It's all about running.